Dan Bidondi for TruthRadioShow.com. We're at the Carriage Inn in North Kingstown, Rhode Island, where patriotic groups such as the Oath Keepers and Tea Parties from all over the state have all gathered to join forces here tonight to talk about and expose the state of Rhode Island's hellish plans, a program called Rhode Island Road Maps. And Rhode Island Road Maps is nothing more than a splinter from the diabolical plan, the Trojan horse called the United Nations Agenda 21, where it attacks private property rights, individual, state, and national sovereignty as well. So, folks, we're here tonight to discuss plans, what we're going to do about it, because December 11th on Smith Street in Providence, Rhode Island, right across the street from the State House, 9 a.m., where the high-level officials here in Rhode Island are going to try to push this thing through without the approval of the voters, even without the approval of the state reps or the state senators. So they're going to try to push this thing through. It's not only going to affect the Rhode Island folks, this is going to affect the entire country as well.
Lacey McGreevy. I'm the co-chair of Property Rights Alliance of Rhode Island, and we had this event tonight to pretty much educate the public and elected officials about Rhode Map RI and the dangers that it's going to do. It's going to take away the rights of elected officials to make decisions for you and your own right to make decisions.
Now, there's an event coming up the 11th. Is that a committee meeting? Describe what's going on the 11th and where it is.
It's going on at the building across from the State House. I believe they changed the location, but I still believe it is at the building that's across from the State House. It's at 9 a.m., and they're trying to pass Rhode Map RI, and we need as many people there as possible to speak against it.
So they're trying to push this without elected officials' approvals or the citizens' approval?
Yes, they had actually had an earlier meeting, but thankfully some elected officials went and stopped that. So let's hope people get to do their research on this very scary, scary issue.
Now, you were describing in the press conference here earlier about a farm you have that is in danger of being taken.
It's my brother's farm, and my nephew and my brother have been farming all their lives, and my dad and my grandfathers both. Everyone were farmers, and back in the 40 years ago, the government just wanted, they zoned our property in Western Cranston as industrial land, and then they proceeded, after they put the 295 in, and then there were political people who had land there along with Brown University, and then it went back into our almost 100 acres. And when they did that, they raised the taxes on the acreage. It was $11.99 for the whole year, and it went up to $72,460 in 1 year.
So they try to raise the taxes to try to get you out of there, right?
Well, they raised the taxes, of course, because they wanted the political people wanted the land, so they could make millions off of the people that were farming that land. I don't know. People have got to wake up soon, or else there is going to be no food. We all want to buy local, but if they force the farmers out of business, where are they going to get their food?
What's your name, sir?
I'm Mike Stenhouse, CEO for Rhode Island Center for Freedom and Prosperity. Well, we're trying to inform the public about Rhode Map Rhode Island, which is really an intrusive plan created out of Washington, D.C. by unelected bureaucrats to infringe upon your property rights, to infringe upon the sovereignty of your locally elected government. And they're doing all this under the guise of economic development, which means that they're going to ask you, through your property taxes, to invest hundreds and hundreds of more $1 million as the people of Rhode Island to invest in this vision. And they believe that if you build it, economic prosperity will follow. Well, build it and they will come is not a sound economic theory. So this plan is dangerous for many reasons. It's not a Rhode Island plan. It's going to infringe on our rights, and it's just really bad economics.
It is, and also describe the dangers. I mean, if this goes into effect today, describe to the people briefly how this would affect everyone.
Well, I want you to picture less money in your pocketbook because your property tax has gone up. Picture the hundreds of $millions that will be put towards building these growth centers, as they call them, based on unproven economics. And just think of having your land that you've worked your whole life to acquire, that is probably your family's financial security. Think of having the value of that land either diminished or even that land taken away from you. if it's targeted for development. And that's the real danger of this plan.
And how important it is for people to get out there to support us, to say, hey, we don't want this.
Well, the voice of the people has already delayed action on this plan once, and it's forced the Speaker of the House to intervene and call for a delay. We think with even more people speaking out, contacting your legislators, that we can kill this before it gets adopted. Very important that every citizen concerned about their property and concerned about their pocketbooks and the state of our state's economy contact your legislator today.
So we're calling people from all over Rhode Island, people from Connecticut, people from Massachusetts to get out here December 11th, that's a Thursday, 9 a.m. right across the street from the Rhode Island State House, that's on Smith Street in Providence, Rhode Island, to get out here and take a stand against this Rhode Island Road Maps, this Agenda 21 program invading the state of Rhode Island. In the meantime, get on the phone with your elected officials and let them know we are not going to accept Rhode Island Road Maps and we're going to take a stand against it. And as my elected official, I'm telling you, we don't want Rhode Island Road Maps. We don't want your Agenda 21. And this is Dan Bidondi for TruthRadioShow.com.